Louisiana Gardening family. Today I'm trying my hand at some citrus grafting. Uh, this tree you can see, I mean this was a good tree. I don't know what variety it was, but this tree the fruit was good even when it wasn't ripe. Like it was still kind of greenish orange looking, and it was still good. That tree you can see here is it lost its life with the snow we got last year. But the rootstock has actually uh, helped us out to keep from digging up this tree. I want people to remember that when you have a tree that's been in the ground for years, 10 years or whatever, and it dies, or the grafted part dies, whatever was grafted onto it, if that rootstock is still alive, you still have 10, 15 years of root under the ground. And that's something that we should all think about before you dig up a tree to move it, especially something like a citrus and an apple or pear, right? Basically any of them. As long as that rootstock stays alive, I think you should try to save it. So you'll see that we've been getting this kind of growth out of it, and this was just a year's growth. No fertilizer or anything, because I just let it sit there to see would it survive. So today we're going to try to graft. This is a tree from somebody's house. I took some cuttings off of. I don't know what variety it is, but it's better than nothing. So we're going to use that today. I'm going to let my daughter probably going to use this one. We're going to use two of them today. Probably this one, and we'll probably use this one on another tree over here. So what we want to do is, I want you to cut it about right here. Yeah. I'm going to hold this top so these thorns don't get you. Get somebody to hold the top so these thorns don't fall on your daughter's hand. All right, you ready? Let's go right here. Go. Okay, Lee. I'm going to let you do it. Pull it hard, girl, hard. All right, cool. So we got this thorny part. We're just going to discard it, put it to the side. Now you can, on down here, kind of, I like to cut off these sticky parts because I hate getting stuck. So that takes care of you getting stuck by anything. Easiest way I found it is just basically rock, I call this a sheetrock knife. This what we use to, when you cutting sheetrock. So I got that open. And what I'll do is I'm gonna take this. This looks like about the same size. I've learned this. Let me see that, Sean. This gets a little old. Girl, what are you doing cutting grass? So what you can do is come up a little bit and cut that off. Now you got some newer wood right there. And all I'm gonna do is start shaving this down. This is an older piece of wood. I need to go ahead on and change this out on
watch out.
Yeah. Change it out with my knife. But my brother actually has my knife doing some work, and the other knife is kind of malfunctioning. So we're gonna make it work with this. It's just harder to do with using your hand on the back of this blade. You can see how it kind of cuts into your hand. So this is not ideal to try without the real knife. Which, Shy, go give me that yellow and, Fiona, go get Daddy that yellow and black knife over there.
Do you need it to be like super sharp to go in there?
Yeah, well, you want it to be flat. Right?
Daddy, I'm cutting off the thorn.
And I'm going to have to cut this because I've cut off all the cambium on that thing. Give me that, Shy.
What's cambium?
Oh.
Oh, they got ants on that, girl. The cambium is this little greenish layer. You see how I made a mistake and cut it off on all the sides? So that wouldn't work.
So you're gonna have to cut it again?
Yeah. Because you want that cambium layer to stay on one of the other sides to give it something to give life to.
You almost got me to get a bump.
I almost got you to get a bump. You probably will get a bump. So I did that side. So remember, you got to leave a side on.
Dad, you still using it?
Cutters.
Yeah. Aww. What's wrong? I want to. Wait, let me cut some things off.
What
You
do
wanna help
So
me?
it's getting
AE and AF locked?
How though? You want to put my
No,
your boots
no,
on?
it don't matter.
Oh, my hand was in the way in the camera. My bad.
Maybe so. Alright, so I'm getting it. See how thin we're gonna get it.
Okay, Dad, you can watch.
One thing I noticed is it has to be more thinner at the bottom.
Watch out, Fiona.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
wow.
What happened?
That's why you need to have it in this knife thing.
Look, Dad, you see all
But we left ours outside, so it's a little
And
rusted. And ants on it.
push it
Cut
together.
that off. That was another bud, fruit and bud.
when you cut that off, the fruit,
Yeah, because we got more up here.
Four.
uh,
Good job.
I thought that was the only one. I was about to say Dad.
I think that's about thin enough. Let me give me a little bit more swipe. You got your hand in the way. I got this razor, boy. All right. So, and all you do, this is the easy part.
Just slide it in.
Slide it in.
Okay,
All right.
this is my turn. Okay,
Now you want that to
you
match
cannot
up.
cut that one. That one has to go.
All right. So that's gonna match up. Maybe I can cut a little bit more off the top just to get it going. Now, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I hope you do. That needs to be a little thinner on the end. Hope you do work for us, because
If it don't, we might.
if it doesn't, then I'll be waiting on some more, hopefully to kind of come out of it. And so like I say, this is not a how-to video because we've never done this before. We're just showing you what we're doing. If it works, then I think then I'll be able to release a how-to video. But I can't do it now because I don't know how to do it yet. Yeah. So they say we need to kind of line up these cambium layers, one side or the other. You just need a little bit of it touching, they tell me. So with that like that,
Find the end of the tape.
yeah.
Sometimes it's hard.
Now what I'll do is I'll get some.
Oh, Daddy,
Yes, ma'am.
I think we found a raspberry.
A raspberry?
Yeah, but I think it's growing.
I don't think that's a raspberry.
Do raspberry grow here? Like it's easy to grow?
No, we got the raspberries in the front, but that's like them. We call them little fake strawberries.
That's snake strawberries
Or
that eat.
snake strawberries, yeah.
The strawberries that snakes eat. They said it's poison. My auntie
So what
said.
I wanna do is make sure
You know, my brother put that in his
Daddy.
mouth.
what that strawberry thing.
Uh-huh.
Zion always
Daddy,
does. And get it
No.
tight.
you know, our cousins, they had something like for rats, so the rats could like pour over there, and it's poisonous. They keep on putting it in their mouth,
Uh-oh.
so
Don't you do
they
that.
got sick.
They was eating rat poison?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Don't you do that. Please.
I told them don't do that. Y'all gonna.
Next time, tell a grown up you see somebody doing that. Kids. And that's how we doing it. Almost. This side isn't really connected, but I got this side connected. And they say all you really need is one good side. Everything else kind of heals over. Right now, I'm just making sure it's tight as I can get it. Coming all the way up. And I like about the tape, the electrical tape, it's easy to cut too.
Just make sure it's tight.
Yeah, make sure it's tight all the way up.
I'm going to go get some, okay?
I'm going to take a little bit more.
To watch out for sticky things.
I got stuck in my head.
Oh, one of them things.
One right there, huh?
That's good. You want it tight at the top. Make sure no moisture or nothing can kind of go in there.
So it don't go out or something?
What is that?
So that moisture doesn't
That's the roasted
get
shot.
in there. So it can kind of work, do whatever it's supposed to do. Now that looks good.
Ooh,
I'm going to do one more. You back hurting, boy?
a little. That's why I just stand up.
I'm going to do one more little twist around.
I need some more. Who give me that stick? You want me? There's maybe a snake or
And we're going to do this.
so I'm not.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to put a little aluminum foil over it. Maybe a little plastic. I'll show you what I did on the other side right here. Just bring it over, Chuck.
Alright.
Right on the back side.
I'm-
This is
I'm
actually
going
another
right
one.
here.
Y'all, if y'all saw us do our lemon harvest video last year, I believe it was last year sometime, we got a whole bunch of lemons off this tree. But what I did with this one is we've grafted it the same way you saw me over there. I'm not going to take it off right now. And I put a little plastic around it. You can see the plastic coming out the bottom. That's plastic. And then I put the aluminum foil over it. So hopefully that works to keep it secure. This is already behind here, so it's not really getting much sunlight on it. So that should keep it secure. That's not to eat, Zion. That's not a strawberry.
Put it down to eat.
And that'll keep it secured and try to keep some of the moisture in it until it heals over. And so right now what we're going to do is, out here with my son, we're going to do maybe 1 or 2 more of these branches. Because I don't know what this is, this rootstock. I really want to see what this rootstock is, but I don't need 4 of them.
Okay, I got some.
So I'm going to try to graft onto this one and maybe the smaller ones, maybe this one, and see what these 2 come out to be. So thank y'all for watching Louisiana Gardening Family and our citrus grafting starting up video. And be careful with these things. I'm a professional.
Look at his hands.
Grow, grow, grow. Peace.